Hi! If you have a dream of owning a mountain apartment where you can wake up to breathtaking views and hit the slope in minutes, today I'm gonna show you how I choose my mountain apartment and the key things that you should be looking for. Stick around and let me know your home buying question in the comments, and I'll have an extra tip at the end of the found towards the end of the video. So why a mountain apartment? Basically for me it's more than a home, it's a lifestyle. Whether it's skiing or hiking or just soaking in the peace and quiet of the mountain, the right place makes all the difference. But finding a perfect spot, that's where the works begin. So let's break down how I prioritize my search. So here's what I looked for when choosing an apartment. So first point is location. One of the most important. The second most important would be the feelings, but I will explain it in a minute. It depends on what are your preferences. It depends if you want a big resort, small resorts. I take into consideration the prices, the local tax, the ski pass. Also, if you're into skiing, it's something that you have to consider. Whether you want a parking, if a swimming pool is important for you, or an ice rink. Would you prefer a quiet village or a lively resort? Also, if you have kids, you know, when they're small, we think about activities that they can do. But as they grow up, then it's different needs that we have to fulfill. So it's all about thinking about what fits your lifestyle, basically. And what I said about the feeling is it's really a personal preference and how you feel when you are in the apartment. Because no matter how rational you might think, sometimes it's your heart telling you what you should be doing, basically. Second point, I would say for me it was proximity to the slopes. Being close to the slope was a non-negotiable. I wanted a short walk, no driving, no shuttle to take, no stairs to take. Ideally right on the slope. So I would say check how close the apartment is to ski resorts, to slopes, or hiking trails, depending on your vibe. Third point would be size and storage. Just gonna mention quickly storage, just because mountain life means gear. Gear for skiing, for biking, for hiking, for camping, the camping gear. You have to know what you can live and when you can live without. Before buying, I rented in so many different places. I mean, within the station that I had chosen, the ski resorts that I had chosen. And I tried different sizes, different configuration, you know, like the bed in a corridor or an elevated room or separate bedroom. Realized I couldn't cope with my daughter in a 15 square meters apartment. I felt almost claustrophobic. The fourth point would be insulation. In France, for example, there's different categories with letters according to the energy, basically, that you're losing. Winters are brutal in the mountains, so if you don't have a good system or insulation, well, if you're watching videos, you know that it's crucial. Good insulation and reliable heating were a must-have to keep the energy bill also manageable. The good thing in the apartment I'm in, I don't think every property has it. They have those heated pipe within the building. Well, I don't know, maybe it's a common thing. It's like an anti-freeze system. So it's between all the floors. Because of that, it provides some heat on the ground floor and at the ceiling. In the ceiling, it's an added source of heat. So I think it's if you can have one of those, it's a good idea. I would say double check windows, the wall insulation, the ventilation, The ventilation, we don't realize it, but it's actually a big part of the energy that you can lose in a home. And additional works. Talking about works brings me along to my next point, which is how much works are you willing to take on? Is it for a rental? Is it to live there? I've rented a lot, and most of them you have to redo a lot, especially if you rent it out. It's just being damaged just by natural wear and sometimes poor quality of equipment. It's a good thing to think about how much works they're planning to have in a building too, which can add to the monthly expense. So my next point, so that makes it number 6. For me, it was the natural light and the view. For me, an apartment, a mountain apartment, is all about the views. And facing directly the mountain, it's priceless. I prioritize south orientation as opposed to north, or facing directly the mountain because it can get really cold in winter. A clear view to let in the natural light and show off the peaks. Trust me, it's worth it. And on that note, you want to make sure that the city is not planning any construction in front of it. And don't take the word of the real estate agents for it, and directly call the city hall to know the construction plans, the zoning, and where exactly is the parcel. Okay, so that's it for this section. I just want to talk about the challenge I faced and the lesson you can also take from it. Finding the perfect place wasn't all smooth sailing. Here are some challenges I ran into. So first will be the budget constraint. Mountain properties can be pricey near popular resorts, and I had to balance my dream list with what I could afford, and which meant compromising on the works part, for example, or the size, or the location. And this is dependent on your priorities. Then the second challenge would be the local regulation. Some buildings, they have strict rules about short-term rentals or renovations. And I spent time researching like zoning laws and the homeowner association rules to avoid surprises, and still got some. And one point as well is the seasonal access. Some apartments are tough to reach in heavy snow, and if you have a steep road, and I made sure my place had a good road access and snow clearing services, which is usually a common thing in resorts, but just double check. So the extra tip that I have for you is, if you can, rent a lot beforehand in different location within the resort that you chose, and try to establish a good relationship with the local concierge. There's usually a rental assistance service for most of the rentals, so don't hesitate to contact them for advice on properties. They know all the properties, all the different quirks, or they know what works and what's not. They usually know all the particularities of certain buildings. They even know who is selling, and they are happy to help. So my final choice, in the end, I found a place that checked most of my boxes. Close to slopes, good enough insulation, killer views, with no chance of obstruction in front. It's not perfect, but it felt like home. The key is knowing what matters most to you and staying flexible with the rest. In the end, if you found the right place, You will feel it in you. Also listen to your body. I know it sounds cheesy, but that's what I did, and that's what I do on most of the decision. There won't be too much rationality in it, and of course you can try to visit the apartment a second time, just for self-reassurance. So that's it. That's how I chose my mountain apartment. I'll see you on the slopes. I'll take the wheel if you start to yawn. Just keep traveling on.